Hi everyone, we are back at the tent. Surprise! So welcome to Tigner Adventures. So we are just parked around the corner here, actually in the wash. We're only like 50 feet from the main parking lot. Well, maybe 50 yards. But anyway, I've had some people ask, you know, hey, where do I park, or how do I get to the wash? You know, you can just come in the main parking lot and it just has roads that go out to the actual wash. So, but at the end of this video, or end of each of these videos, I'm putting a playlist in that has the videos that we did last year. And one of those is getting around QUARTZSITE. So it shows you where you can park and how you can get into the tent without waiting in line for an hour. And so some good little tips on the show here. So anyway, today we are going to be concentrating on a few different places, not that many. Oh, you want to see the tent?
Well, that's why you were here.
The tent is back there. Can you see the tent?
We're in the garbage right now.
My arm is only so long. So anyway, we are going to be looking at some membership-based things that are of interest to RVers, full-time RVers specifically. You know, like for example, we're going to check with Mailbox, etc. Or Mailboxes. America Mailboxes, you know, is one that's here. You know, a lot of people wants those memberships for their mail and things like that. 1,000 Trails. We're going to talk to Escapees, FMCA. So we're going to kind of give you some heads up on things that you can might be of interest to you and might not. We're going to give you our feedback. Some of these we belong to, and some we used to and don't anymore. And we'll just kind of give you our opinion on that, so that you have our take, and then you can kind of decide where you're going. Because one thing is for sure, you can be app poor or membership poor. If you don't use them, then why are you paying for them? So anyway, so let's get into the tent and see what we can find first. So the first thing we have to make a note of today is, hey, it is a lot warmer today. Boy, there was a cold spurt that came through yesterday, and there is some wind still, but it's not the ice cold wind that it was yesterday. So it was 39 in the morning yesterday, and that icy wind prevailed all day long, that north wind. We still have a north wind, but it's not nearly as much, and the sun is out today. So that's a major difference. It looks like a pretty nice day, and we do have our jackets on just because, you know what, when you get in that tent, it is cold. And since we're talking about memberships today, I thought maybe I should put a plug in for our Patreon page. We have now got that up and running. We've been using PayPal. A lot of people don't really know how that works or anything like that. Those of you that are using PayPal, you can still use that, that's fine. But we're now using also Patreon. And so if you go to patreon.com/TignerAdventures, we actually have different tiers of memberships there, and we're kind of working on that still, so we're always open to suggestions on that and all. But we are going to try to make that piece of it work. It's just one more thing that we've got to maintain. So that's always the fun part of it. And I'm trying to keep Ninette in the video here, but anyway, it's there now for you. So that's our membership page for those of you that would like to support us. And so let's see what other memberships we can find here in the tent. And actually, before we go into the noisy tent, RV Life Pro is a membership. So we want to actually highlight them first because we have a discount coupon for them of Tigner 25. All caps, letters, and 25, no spaces. That gives you 25% off. We are here doing some presentations for them this week, so we do want to highlight them in this video. And we love that software. We use that for mapping out our trips and everything. We do have a playlist just on RV Trip Wizard, so that's nice for you and makes that available to you. They are $59 a year, and if you buy in, they've been that way for a couple years, so who knows when they're going to raise that rate. But whatever rate that you sign up with, that's your rate. So as long as you stay a member with them, that rate never goes up. So that's kind of how a lot of these work. And so, you know, the sooner the better. And right now you can get 25% off your first year. And that rate also is based on auto renewal. So as long as you keep auto renewing, then you're locked into that rate. But check out our playlists on RV Trip Wizard, and they of course have some great videos and getting started videos that you can jump onto also. Okay, first up, we are starting off here with the Escapees Club. They have a bunch of volunteers here manning this booth. If you come here and you want to get a membership, it is $39.95 for the year. It's normally $49.95, so if you do it here at the show, it's $39.95, and they said you have to physically be at the show to get that price, so unfortunately. But it's normally $49.95. Here's a sheet of kind of what it includes and the discounts on products that you can actually get being a member. And so that's the advantage of belonging to some of the different clubs, is just the discounts that you can get. They also have an RV Life discount, but we want you to use ours. So use Tigner 25, but they have one too. But a lot of people are partnered with RV Life and a lot of other things here. So there's a lot of good value in this membership. We actually get our roadside assistance through these guys. We kind of feel like they have one of the better ones for the price. And so that's why we've chosen that one. So the other thing to kind of mention about Escapees is they do have a mail service. So a lot of people use that. They use that for their residents in home parks, which they are based in Texas. So we actually looked at doing that, but the Texas vehicle insurance was so expensive that we chose not to do that. So that's why we took our residency out in Arizona, because it was half the price actually of insurance and things like that than what was in Texas. So anyway, that's one drawback to that particular portion, but they do have a good mail service. Their mail service is going up. It's going to be, what'd she say, like $100? It is going up in price. I can't remember what it is, but it's a little over $100 a year for their mail service. So if that's something you're interested in, you can become a Texas resident through them and things like that. The other thing to know about Texas residency, though, is that you do have to get your vehicles inspected. And that's a little bit of a drawback, and that's why we're out in Yuma. There is no vehicle inspections, and so we don't have to worry about that, and our mailbox price is about the same. So it just kind of depends. Sometimes clubs work to your advantage, and sometimes it might not work for you. So that's why you have to choose which one that you like the best. All right, this is a real popular one. That is Thousand Trails, and right behind me is Encore. They actually have several booths here that they are accessing, telling you about Thousand Trails and what's going on, and offering you different specials. It is something that you have to, it's different every place you go with Thousand Trails. So you can buy used memberships, you can buy brand new memberships. There's different perks for different features that you buy. And so it's very hard to really, I guess give you any particular information other than just calling them direct. There are different reps that you can call. The best thing I can say as far as giving you a tip is to make sure that you're buying through a reputable place. And if you're buying through an individual, make sure that you call Thousand Trails to verify exactly what you're getting with that actual membership. Because people will say one thing, and I think a lot of it is they really don't even understand what they're getting half the time. So just be wary of that. It is very limited to certain areas of the country. Last year, we only ran into Thousand Trails on the last month, basically, or last couple weeks of our trip. We were never close to 1,000 Trails our whole trip. So it really kind of depends as to whether that's going to be of value to you or not. And I do need to also specify that, these things I'm telling you about, Escapees and this, RV Life, we do have a discount coupon for you, and we are an affiliate with them, but most of these we do not make any money off of. This is just information for you and tips that we're giving you as a full-time RVer. Things that we've had. We've actually used Thousand Trails. We chose not to renew it last year. We just have the pass that gets us, around for the year, and the longer you buy or the more you pay, the further out you can book and things like that. But we, just the pass port thing that you buy for the base price, you can only book out 60 days, but we didn't have an issue getting what we needed there either. So, just be careful how much you're spending and if it's going to be of value to you. So here is America's Mailbox. Their website is listed here, so you can kind of see how to get a hold of them and everything. They do have this special going on with the show right now, and this is a mailbox service and a place where you can get residency. So one of the big draws to looking at America's Mailbox is that if you take out a residency in South Dakota, you only have to stay in South Dakota one night, and you take that receipt in, so you can stay at their park, take the receipt in to the DMV, and you can get your driver's license. So that's what we did when we first started. We got our driver's license there. We went around and opened up some accounts. They've actually changed things a little bit more on that now. That makes it a little bit harder, so I'll have to explain that a little more here in a second. But as far as the actual mail service, the mail service was really great. And there's different tiers to it, so you have to choose what you want. But the tiers kind of go like, I just get my mail and you just send it to me, to they're gonna scan it for you. You go through and pick out what you want, and you can just say trash the rest or shred it or whatever. So I mean, that is kind of nice that way and everything, but that's getting up there a little bit in price. So you just need to be aware of that. Just look through the tiers and that. Our biggest complaint with America's Mailbox, we were there and we left. We were there for 2 years or 3 years with them. Loved the service. The people were nice, have nothing to say about that. But when we wanted to cancel because we moved to Arizona, man, we had threatening letter after threatening letter, and I'll tell you, it was a nightmare getting out of that. It was just, I mean, they treated us like we just were the worst people on the planet. And I later on got a mail from them asking for feedback, and so I explained to them, like, why were you that way or whatever, and they go, oh, that's how everybody is, and so that's why we are. And it's like, you missed an opportunity to be better than everybody else. So just be aware of that. It's easy to get in, but they make it difficult. They do not want you to leave. And so unfortunately, that was the downside to that. Also, they say that the insurance is cheaper in South Dakota. If you're not with America's Mailbox, there are some other mail services around South Dakota that's outside of the Rapid City area. They probably are cheaper than some places. But our insurance was half in Arizona from what we were being charged in South Dakota. And also Arizona, our rig's a little bit older, and so we got a 5-year thing for $100. And in South Dakota, each one of our vehicles was about $100 a year to license. So the licenses were a lot more expensive in that situation. So just do your research, figure things out, go talk to some other places around that area. There is no tax, so that is a good deal. If you have a lot of income coming in, there is no state tax, so that's nice coming from Utah, which is all about tax. So we were paying high taxes, state taxes there. We moved all of our stuff to South Dakota, sold everything in Utah, and took out a residency in South Dakota. That worked well for the first couple of years. Now that we're on Social Security, we don't make a lot. It's been a lot cheaper just to live in Arizona. However, our rigs are older, and so we get that 5-year pricing. And if your rig is brand new, Arizona does have a vehicle tax, just like Nevada and Texas. Texas has that too. So, that vehicle tax can get pretty expensive on new vehicles when you actually renew each year too. So what I'm trying to say is you got to research to decide what you want to do. But South Dakota by far is the easiest place to take out residency for sure. And these guys will assist you with that. So FMCA is another club that is featured here at the tent, and their fee is normally $60, but they have a special going right now for $50. And they have some of the things that they're known for is, for example, the things that you can get as a club member, discounts that you can get, for example, on Michelin. However, Michelin tires, I've been told that some people have found some better deals on Michelin. I mean, both clubs, the idea with the clubs is that all these people, vendors out there are saying, oh, they have this many members in the club. If I give them some kind of discount, then I can get in there and they'll do all this advertising for me. We used to be with FMCA for a few years, but one of the things that we really did not like about FMCA was that all those vendors that are coming, you can see here on the table how many handouts they've got. They're partnered with all these people, and you're getting an email at least once a week, if not more. And of course, yeah, you could turn those things off, but they are constantly asking you for money. And I just got really tired of that, and so I decided not to use them anymore. But I do have a lot of friends that belong to the club. And some of the advantages that aren't necessarily something you see up front is becoming a member of a club they will have different events and different rallies, that get-togethers and things like that. And so both Escapees and FMCA have those different rallies, and you can get to know a lot of great people, and you can have a lot of fun just going from rally to rally. The price is really, if you figure that the rally is a week long and it's going to be, for example, $300, well, if you go stay in an RV park and you're getting full hookups, then you're going to pay pretty close to the same amount. So if you can go someplace where there's a whole bunch of like-minded people, then you can go in and participate in the rallies, get to meet a lot of new friends, and you'll be running into those friends for years to come. We started out with Escapees going to their rallies. We've met a lot of friends over the years. We have never gone to an FMCA rally. They've never been in the areas that we were at and things like that, and so it just hasn't quite worked out for us. But FMCA may be something that would be of value to you. You just have to kind of look at it again. I'm just giving you our feedback, our experiences, but everybody is different, and that's what's so fun about this, is that you can make your own choices. And one of the things with that membership when you buy it is you do get some different types of insurances. They're roadside assistance. One of the things that reason I chose Escapees also for roadside over these guys was when I was reading through what it didn't include, just got me a little nervous, because you hear so many horror stories about people that have roadside assistance and don't get any help. We used to be with Good Sam, but after having several friends have issues with that, when our membership plan ran out, we started looking around, and we decided to go for Escapees instead. Also, they have they call it an FMCA Assist program, where if you have an issue with medical and things like that, they'll evac you and things like that. That's included in the plan, but we've kind of read through that. And my friend Todd, who talked to us about SkyMed, mentioned, the bold print giveth and the fine print taketh away. So when you start reading that fine print, then you start realizing that what you're really getting. So you just have to pay attention, read the fine print on both clubs, see what it's at, what's the renewal rates, what the fees are per year, and then that way you can make the choice that you want to make for a club that's going to work for you and in your benefit to you. All right, so we have finished going through today's vendors. I know that, as I went through there, I gave you our opinion. That is our opinion. That's how things work for us. Each person really needs to do their own research, and I know some of you are going to go, I belong to this, or I do this, and it's the best thing ever. That's fine. That works for you. But it just hasn't worked for us, and so that's why I gave you my opinion. Again, my opinion. So anyway, my opinion is what counts, right? Yeah, you can see that she doesn't want to listen either. So anyway, check it out, and just look at that, see if that'll help you out a little bit. Thanks for watching. We do appreciate all your help and support. Thanks. Give us a thumbs up. That's always fun. And then check us out for the next video and things like that. Tomorrow, I think we're going to be looking at the tiny homes. Some people have made some requests for those. Well, there's at least, there's 2 tiny homes, a tent, and then of course we have some different RVs we want to kind of look at. We like getting ideas on certain things, so we'll check that out tomorrow. But for now, thanks for watching, and we'll just catch you on the next video, or maybe we'll see you at the tent. So come on by.
Bye.